not doing transcendental meditation. As soon as you start using effort on the mantra, you just keep you right on the surface.
So
Hundreds of meditations do that.
Everybody should take checking.
Yes, yes. It's recommended once a month for as long as you meditate. And that's why meditation checking is available to you around the world at any TM center. Okay? Any teacher of transcendental meditation, and there's even some people that have just been trained just to be checkers, have not become teachers yet. You can be checked by any of those around the world. Excuse me? No, there's no payment for checking. That's the thing. For every TM center has checking and advanced lectures, which are free to you once you've started transcendental meditation. So you can go to your local center, anywhere in Europe or Asia or Africa or South America, and have your meditation checked. And usually they have a weekly advanced lecture where you see some tape like this and have some discussion with a teacher of TM.
North America, different states, we have centers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There were about 300 full-time TM teachers here for an assembly a month ago.
Yes.
So they're all over the country.
Yes.
A lot of
Oh, and
them
they're all over the world, too.
This was the U.S. teachers.
Yes. Just the U.S. teachers.
Yeah. And Canadian teachers had a conference last week also. That's a good question about the value of checking, and particularly referring back to the lady describing her experience. She says, and it's like what Maharshi discussed later in his analysis of the mechanics of experience. I seem to meditate, but I only settle down so far, and then I don't seem to continue to transcend. But you heard Maharshi's explanation of an answer for that, because there's stress being released, and the stress creates some activity in the nervous system. But that's a good thing. So then you have that understanding. Oh, then it's okay if that happens in meditation. Just keep going in an easy way. I remember.
Could I say one more thing on that?
All right.
If you ever are dissatisfied with your meditation, though, just get checked. Okay. So if you find you keep coming to some level and it's not comfortable or something, just have your meditation checked. Okay, and that'll clear it.
Can I take care of checking for my friend or something like that?
It has to be somebody who's trained to be a TM checker. Okay. In other words, there's a procedure that you learn. When I was at university, I spent some months learning the checking procedure. It's very involved. And, it's like a computer program. There's this and this and this and this, like that. So it's very set and scientific, and that's what allows that resetting of the effortlessness. We actually have one of our SCI management tapes where Maharshi discusses that with businessmen, how the checking procedure has to be very set and always the same so that we can have that effect of having effortlessness in the meditator. Okay? So you couldn't be checked just by a friend unless they're a TM teacher.
Or a checker. I mean,
or a checker.
Before people become TM teachers, they might learn this checking procedure. Bill did. I did before I became a teacher.
It was fun.
Several pages of things to memorize.
Yeah, and it really gives you insight into the effortlessness of TM. I found it very fascinating and useful. And so,
well, I'm just going to say something more about the effortlessness. So, if meditation one says, "Oh, I had another day when I meditated, I had an experience like this, and I want to have that experience again," and maybe what I had to do to make that experience was breathe this way, or think that way, or sit this way. Then one's starting to complicate the simplicity of meditation and trying to do something, and trying gets in the way of the innocence and effortlessness of just thinking the mantra easily and taking it as it comes. So that's what checking is. It just puts you back on the path of, just sit easily, start thinking, how's it going? Very good. Just that's all let's do it. Unless you have complications and ask questions, and there's a whole script that the teacher has to talk about any of those issues.
Yeah. So there's different things that you had in your first, second, and third day checking when you learned transcendental meditation. And I know I didn't remember those things after a couple of weeks, But if you ever have any questions like that, you can bring that up during your checking session. And that information is available to you there during check-in.
Did you remember all this stuff, Marsh, you talked about the inward stroke of the mind, how we transcend, and then how we release stress? Did you remember that from your TM course?
Anybody remember that?
'Cause it's,
They actually went over that.
it's the same. It's pretty much the same thing that all the teachers are taught, and that Bill just did this week when he taught us people to meditate in the afternoon. So, but sometimes it's good to play that after one's been meditating for a while, so one has an insight into the kind of experiences that are changing over